Shalom, 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 family. All praises to the Most High, giving acknowledgement to Mama Ruach, which is wisdom, which is the Holy Spirit, giving acknowledgement to King Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus. Shalom, family. It's been a little minute since I dropped a video on YouTube, but we back with more powerful lessons and moving in the spirit and having the zeal of the Most High to show you that recompense is here. So before I get started with this little lesson that I'm about to bring out about what's going on in Ohio, let's listen to something real fast.
They want to oppress us, and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed.
This is a debate. I agree with you on purpose. This is the basic problem.
And what do you think white people think they're better than others? I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings and close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed ours for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek. No more blessing our enemies. No more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us. We've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by saying we shall overcome. You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents of races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama, and I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated. So you can have him. And here's what I'll say, I wish you would follow Jesus like we followed him. Because if you did that, then we'd be in charge tomorrow.
I was made in the image of Yahweh. My spirit Marvin Gaye, heart purple.
Family, recompense is here for this nation. The Most High has never forgot what this nation has done to his kings and queens, sons and daughters. So let's jump straight into the lesson. It's going to be quick. I'm at work, waiting on a load. But let's jump straight into what is going on in Ohio and why the Most High is hitting Ohio so hard. The first book we're going to be into, the first source, is the Mark Twain, The Innocents Abroad. Okay? So I'm going to have two sources of what this nation has done to our ancestors that the Most High has never forgot, and he is bringing recompense upon their heads right now. All praises to the Most High. Listen good. I shall not speak of the railway. Railway? For it is like any other railway. I shall only say that the fuel they use for the locomotive is composed of mummies. Listen good. The fuel they use for the locomotive is composed of mummies, 3,000 years old, purchased by the ton. Purchased by the ton. Let me break this down to you real quick. They use your ancestors that was buried, and they used them as fuel for the trains. And they bought your forefathers and ancestors, they bought them, their dead corpse, by the ton. So that means what they had to do, they had to unbury them. They dug them out of their grave, used them for train fuel, and also sold them by the ton. Let me keep going. Purchased by the ton or by the graveyard for that purpose. And that sometimes one hears the profane engineer call out piteously, "Damn, these Pelibans," which means lower class or lower commons or nothingness of people. They don't burn worth a cent. Pass out a king. So the engineer said, the hell with our ancestors and forefathers. They don't burn worth a damn. Let that sink in, family. Let's get another source. The Montauk Book of the Living. The Montauk Book of the Living. Here's another record. Montauk Pharaoh also brought many tall people with him who were initiated into Freemasonry. Don't let that go over your head. We are the original Freemasons. They just hijacked it and profaned it. Okay? We are the real Freemasons. These tall people primarily settled in Connecticut and became known as the Nagragensets. The Nagragensets. Salakia if I'm slaughtering that. Some of these Masons migrated westward and built the mounds in Ohio. Some of these Masons migrated westward and built the mounds in Ohio. That these people were known as pharaohs is assumptionated by different sources. So it's backed up by different sources. This is true history that America do not want you to know about, that they will not tell you in school. Chief Tikhomish Brown Eagle of the Erie Mound Builders, we know that the mounds are pyramids, of the Erie Mound Builders, has cited historical accounts of the locomotives using mummies found in the Ohio area. Using mummies found in the Ohio area for combustible fuel. For combustible fuel. As they were far cheaper. As they were far cheaper than coal or lumber. Man, this hurts, man. This hurts. This is what they did to your ancestors and forefathers. They burned them up. They dug them up and burned them up and used them as fuel because it was cheaper than coal or lumber. They used us. We reincarnated back from then to now. They used you for fuel for the trains because it was cheaper than lumber and coal. When the railroad men would hear a sudden pop from the fire, they were known to joke. There goes another pharaoh. There goes another so-called Negro. There were also Jesuit documents indicating that the Ohio area was populated by pharaohs who spoke Hebrew. We are the original pharaohs. There's 2 accounts telling you that they dug up you, our ancestors, forefathers, dug the graveyards up, sold them by the ton because it was cheaper than coal and lumber. And what did they do? While they did this and burnt you up, they laughed about it, had no pity, said that we were less than them. And the account showing you that the Hebrews were in Ohio. The oldest holographs or glyphs, Salakia, are in Ohio that they found carved in a cave. Go look that up. So this is why Ohio is catching hell. Because what they did to our forefathers and ancestors, they burnt us up. So I don't give a damn what's happening in Ohio. Let the wrath of the Most High be perfect. Let Ohio go down with all the contamination. Because they used us as fuel. Shalom, family. Recompense is here.